This is it, what? Cohiba lit, what? We got that yak up in the cup and getting bent, what? Put some smoke in the air, this your shit, what? And raise your glasses if everything classic. This is it, what? That Chiba lit, what? You got some drink up in your cup and getting bent, what? So put some smoke in the air, this your shit, what? And raise your glasses if everything classic.
He must have felt some type of way about it because he was doing an interview and he's like, oh, I'll snap his fucking neck. I'll beat the shit out of him, this and that. So I'm like, okay, motherfucker, so you're gonna beat the shit out of me? Well, let's get it then. And now he's saying that he's not fighting nobody under 25. You need to fucking get vaccinated.
I'm not fighting nobody under 25, and I'm not fighting nobody that don't take the vaccination. If you don't get the vaccination, I'm not fighting you.
I never disrespect him any type of way, but when you tell me you're gonna snap my neck, you're gonna fucking knock me out, well then you better keep your word. You better come try to knock me out, because it's not easy. It's not gonna be easy for you. So now we gotta fight. You know, I'm not gonna have nobody talk to me like that. Him, Caleb Plant, I'll knock both of them the fuck out on the same night.
David Benavidez fighting.
Yeah. Let's make that fight happen. I'm gonna knock his little punk ass out. I promise that. I put that on everything I love. I give him about 4 rounds, 5 rounds. I knock him out about 5 rounds, 6 rounds, no more. He get hit too much. I'm powerful. I'll explode on him. Trust me. I do my thing. I've been doing this all my life. Put me in there. Put me in there with the I'm a lion, bro. Let's get it.
You are tuned in to G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button as you come on in. As you heard in the beginning of this video, a lot of good trash talk between David Benavidez and Jermall Charlo. They've been going back and forth on social media for a while in interviews and things like that. Big shout out to Brian Custer too, from Showtime. He's doing some great work, getting a lot of different interviews and things like that. And go subscribe to his channel. Like, I don't understand why he don't have more subscribers, but Brian Custer is one of the guys that's definitely doing this thing in the sport of boxing, man. So big shout out to him. But these are 2 of the top guys at 160 and 168 pounds. Now, the trash talk is good. Don't get me wrong. The trash talk is great. But will Uncle Al Haymon actually make the fight? That's the question. I'm all for trash talk. I'm all for trash talk. I'm all for promotion. I know fighters be capping all the time, and that's cool. Like, it keeps your name in the search engines, keep your name in the streets. I have no problem with it. I don't look past what it is. If a person is talking trash, I take it no further than that. Like, it's trash talk. It is what it is. You embrace it for the moment. You keep it moving. But for David Benavidez and Jermall Charlo, like, if this fight was to happen, like, that's a pay-per-view fight. That's a pay-per-view fight. Like, that'd be a fight of the year type fight between those 2 guys. Like, I feel like that would be a great career-defining pay-per-view fight between those 2 guys. And the question is, will Jermall Charlo go up to 168 pounds? Now, here's my thing. Jermall Charlo is a champion at 160. I'm a firm believer you should not give up your belt to go fight somebody at the next weight class up and they don't have a belt. Like, it's kind of like you're giving up your leverage. So if Jermall Charlo was to drop his belt at 160 just to fight David Benavidez at 168, there's more pressure on Jermall Charlo to win that fight than Benavidez, because Jermall Charlo dropped his belt to go fight somebody that don't have a belt. So do I think Jermall Charlo should go up to 168 period? It's tough to say. Like, it's tough to say. I can make the argument either way. He could stay at 160 and there's a possibility he can just fight, you know, just mandatories or contenders and just keep his status the way it is right now. You know, fight a Eubank at 160 or somebody like that. But the 2 fights that Jermall Charlo would need at 160 that are career defining is Triple G and Demetrius Andrade. And if he's not getting neither one of those fights, like in a sense, I do feel like he's kind of just wasting his time at 160 pounds. So if he is going to drop his belt and give up somewhat of his leverage just by being a champion, this, you know, I would approve of it in his situation more than other guys that's in the same situation. You know what I mean? So it's a toss up in terms of should he move up to 168. A fight against David Benavidez, I mean, that's a great fight. That's a great fight. Like, there's no getting around it. Like, that's going to be instant action all day long. Because I feel like Jermall Charlo, when he has to, he can be a great counterpuncher. And then David Benavidez is just a guy, he's just a machine. Like, he's physically imposing. He's kind of a weight bully at 168 too. Like, he comes in way bigger than everybody he's in the ring with. And he's just an offensive machine. Like, he's one of the most skilled and talented offensive fighters in the sport. And this would be a can't miss, like, fight of the year type fight between those two. It's probably top 5 on my list in terms of fights I want to see, just period, in the sport of boxing. Now, for David Benavidez, would I like to see him get a, you know, basically get another title opportunity at 168? Yes, I would. And the thing is, we're talking about David Benavidez, Jermall Charlo. Will Al Haymon make the fight? Is this a pay-per-view fight? Is this a situation that could go beyond the trash talking? As much as I want to believe that it can happen, as long as Canelo Alvarez is in the picture, I don't see it happening. Not right now. Like, I don't see it happening. And I'm going to tell you why. Jermall Charlo is trying to put himself in position to get a Canelo shot. David Benavidez is trying to put himself in position to get a Canelo shot. Jermall Charlo's handlers are trying to put Jermall Charlo in a position to where he gets a Canelo fight. David Benavidez's handlers is trying to put him in a position where he can get a Canelo fight. I said all of that to say this. These guys are not willing to fight the premier fights and risk losing a Canelo opportunity. So if you ask Jermall Charlo's handlers, hey, would you take a David Benavidez fight, or would you rather wait and see if you can get a Canelo fight? I honestly would say, hey, the handlers will probably say, hey, wait and see if you can get a Canelo fight first. And then if you can't, then take a David Benavidez fight. And I think David Benavidez people would do the exact same thing. Like, I don't think they would throw David Benavidez up against a Caleb Plant. And then Caleb Plant wouldn't take the fight neither, because he knows he's getting a Canelo shot. You know what I'm saying? David Benavidez is not going to take a shot at Jermall Charlo because he knows that if he loses to Charlo, he's not getting a Canelo fight. And Jermall Charlo knows if he loses to Benavidez, he's not getting a Canelo fight. Now, the chances that either one of them are getting a Canelo fight under normal circumstances is not very high. But just the fact that they're in the running, they're not going to take a shot at fighting each other and creating their own legacy over them actually waiting to see if they can get a part of the Canelo sweepstakes. That's kind of the gift and the curse of Canelo Alvarez being in your division, or he's one division above or one division below your division. Canelo Alvarez holds all the cards pretty much at 160, 168, and 175. And I want to see all of those guys get it on. But until the Canelo factor is out of the way, these guys are just not going to take the risk in taking that tough of a fight. And that's the unfortunate part about this situation. But, I mean, if the boxing guys is listening, please make Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez happen. Like, that's a can't miss fight. But hey, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. G5 Jeff TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video. Support your boy. Support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.